Hello everyone, in this video I am going to present solution of my first task in data science and business analytics. In this task we have to predict the percentage of an student based on number of study hours using supervised machine learning. So this is the data science and business analytics task, and this is a simple linear regression task as it involves two variables. First one is study hour and second one student marks. So first of all, I did import all the library content library like pandas as a PD, NumPy as NP, and Matplotlib. So then we have import the data from the using the link this link is mentioned in our task, and then this data we just to convert actually the data we had given in CSV format, and that CSV is yeah CSV is just an extension for MS Excel. So we just convert this CSV into data frame. So for that we just use the BD data cd underscore CSV and the URL, and then our data imported successfully. Then we just print our data. So for printing our data, I am just print data dot head dot 15. Here I have given value 15. It means that we have printed only data from 0 to 40. If we interested, we can print our all data. So for that, we just have to write only data here, and then run this. I'm getting it is notified. Okay, so for that, I have to run this one first, and then I have to run this one. So this is the running star symbol indicate that it is in a running state, and yeah, so our data is imported here. So it import all the data value, and this is the 24 rows here, and it imported all our data, but we have to need only some data. So I will just print here head and just print some value. We can enter here 15 or 10 whatever we rows we want. Then we get our we have correctly imported dataset, and then we yes, here we have correctly imported, and then we describe our data. So here describe our data, it has two columns. First one is hours, study hours, and second one is score. So based on study hour we get how much score, and this is the mean, and this is the standard deviation value, and then minimum value. Minimum study hour is 1.1, and minimum score is 17, and maximum study hour is 9.2, and maximum score is 90.95. And then we have to do data visualization. So we have to plot the graph for data analysis of data set. So first I am going to plot the data, plot x equal to hours and y equal to scores, style equal to 0. So this is the our x-axis store the hours, study hours, and y-axis store the percentage score. And then here style equal to 0 means that it show this style format. If we can change it style format either one, so this value will be changes, like I'm going to show you. So yeah, so if we change the style equal to 1, then our style format will be like this one, and if we change it 0, then our style format will like, yeah. So sorry, this is not 0, this is the O. So our style format like this one. Then the we plot the title equal to house versus percentage. So we have title here, we have relationship between the study hours and percentage. Simply means that. And then in x axis we have labeled the x dot level, its name is hour studied, and y level we have name its percentage score, and then we plot. So so our graph will be shown like this one. When we analysis this graph, we find when study hour is increasing, our percentage score is also increasing. So in first case we have find that for first hours our percentage score is less than 20, it is nearby 10, and for second hour it is increasing approximately 20, and for likewise for 9 hours it is increasing up to 80. It indicates that when our study hours increasing, our percentage score is also increasing. So we can say that there is a linearly increasing graph. So our data is linear increasing. So this is a linear regression problem. Then for more clarification, we draw more graph like data.plot.py. So pie graph indicate that we just plot, we give idea about our study score and study hours and score whatever we get. So for 0 hours we get 10 score. For the 1 hour we get, this is the one actually this here only, and so 1 hour actually it get, yeah, it was just hidden. So likewise we get idea about study hour and score grade. So for more clarification, we draw just more diagram. So plotting scatter diagram. So in x-axis we have hours and y-axis we have score. Then plot this diagram. So a scatter diagram is similar to first diagram. So this is no what difference. So, so next we are going to plot bar diagram. So bar diagram we have do same things. X-axis hours and y-axis is score. Yeah. So we just get here. This is a in bar diagram we get more clarification, and by analyzing this graph we get for student who study to full 5 hours get more than 20 score, and likewise that up to 7.8. So we just arrange the data in ascending order wise according to hours, study hours. So for that we just write data dot sort value. So it sort the values hours according to our science, and axis is equal to 0. Axis 0 indicate here we have going to ascending sorting the data in ascending order wise, and in x-axis. Okay, and then data we have just taken the value of 15 and then plot our diagram. So plot that bar equal to x-axis and y-axis. So we get our data set in arranging order wise, sorted wise. So this is our sorted order wise data plotted, and if we analyzing this data, so we get conclusion that actually main purpose of plotting the different graphs is that because in one graph we cannot have uh, more idea and more conclusions. So we just do pie diagram, pie graph, and then bar diagram graph. So it gives more clarification our data, and it's easy our analyzing task. So when we observe this diagram, So we get idea about that study hour is increasing. So this is the study hour increasing. Then number of score get is also increasing. That means it is a directly proportional relation between the study hour and score get, because the number of study hour increasing and linearly number of score of students also increasing. So we have get on conclusion this one, that this is a linear regression program. Next step, in next step, we have prepared our data for our model. So for that we have preparing our data. So we just declare x equal to data dot ilog. So ilog is a function, and this is the use for store the data in list or array. So this is the value, uh, clone comma clone minus one. If there is nothing given, then it starts from zero uh, values, and we just store the two list of value. One is store the x value, and other is storing y. So we just print here x store the number of study hours. So what we just store in list, and then we use sklearn model. This one. So sklearn model is used for train our data, and so from sklearn model, select import train test speed. Yes. So this is the important here. We are importing our test train split function from the sklearn models, and this train set split our data in two. It basically it divide our data for training and testing the model. So here the x train, x test, y train, y test, and test train speed. We have x comma y, and test train, yeah. So test size equal to 0.2. It means that we have given 20% for testing and 80% for training. So it is and a random state equal to 0. It means that we are taking any random value for testing. So that is next step is for training the algorithm. So from the sklearn model, we are importing the linear regression. So this is also a linear regression function, which is inside the sklearn model, and we just store this linear regressions in the regression function, and then regression dot feed. We x train, y train. Yeah. So there one point is very necessary, and keep in mind we always put value of x train and y train. Don't never put the value of x test and y test, because it will give a wrong prediction. So then our training is completed, and then we have to put the regression line. So line equal to regression that yeah. So COEF star x regression dot intercept. So this is our use for our plotting our data. So this is basically mathematical formula like y equal to mx plus c. So this is used for linear regression, plot, and this gave a straight line which intercept at this is the if we put this value as compare this value as a mathematical formula, so we get this is the y, and this is our intercept mx plus c. So this is the c, and this is the mx value, and this is okay. So our floating regression line is completed, and then we have to plot for test our data. So we just write plot dot scatter and value x comma y, and then plot dot x and line, and then we just show our plotting value. So we get this diagram. In this diagram we get a linear uh, increasing line. So each line indicate that data is when study hour is increasing, then number of score is also increasing. So we have slope getting a slope which y equal to mx plus c. That means it is uh, increasing and linear increasing graph. And then next step, our model is ready, and next we have to go for testing. So making prediction, we have first here print prediction of score. So yz predicts, this is the variable we have just created, and it is stored the regression that predict x test, and just print the value of yz prediction. So this is a short form of read, and we just get a list of values of data frame, and our prediction of score is 16.88, 13.73, 75.35, 26.79, and last 16.49. So this is our value. So same value we can write in data frame. So this is our data frame value. This is the way for writing the data frame. So df equal to edited data frame, predicted data frame, and then actual y test, and then prediction y predict. So actually this data we very difficult to understand, because this is not in correct format, and this is in correct format, so we can easily understand this one. So yeah, so first data we have actual 20, but we have predicted and get 16.8, which is approximately nearby near rest value. And then actually we are getting difference here because we are calculate only for 16 data, 15 data here, right? Yeah, so we have use only for 15 data here. If we use more data, then there is chance to get a more accurate value. And then for 27 we get 33.73, for 69 we get 75.35, and likewise for 62 we get 60.49. So our next step is evaluation. So evaluating the model. Uh, so for that we use sklearn. This is a model, and import matrices. This is the function matrices, and matrices is a model. So it is used for find a minimum error. And next I am going to predict a score if so. Yeah, before that we just learned about matrices model. So This model is generally used for finding the minimum error, and so we just print mean absolute error here and register the mean absolute error and print the y test and y predict. Then mean absolute error is we get 14.1838598 something like that. And then our next step predict the score for custom input. So in our task we have to find for a student, we have to predict a score for a student who study 9.25 hours per day. So for that, uh, we have given study hour is here, so I'm taken it as a list. So 9.25, and we have to predict. So in predict what predict equal to equation that predict hours. The hours will we just put here and just print the predict. So we get it 93.6917. It means that if the is an student who study 9.25 hours per day, he will get approximate 93.691732.9% marks. So overall conclusion, we get we have successfully carried out our prediction using the supervised machine learning task and able to evaluate the model's performance on various parameters. And this is all about my task one of data science and business analytics of Spark Foundation. And thank you. We meet in next video. Thank you guys. Bye.